Hello and welcome to the 2inspire Network interview. Today I'm interviewing Tricia Blake, the founder of Diva Choice. Hello.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. It's really nice to have you here, and I always like an amazing title for a business, Diva Choice. Could you tell me some more about Diva Choice and what you do in the products?
Diva Choice is a company that's created to provide a feel-good factor for women. It is predominantly a company that sells bath products and lingerie. The bath product side of it, we do bath salts, we do bath cupcake inspired bath melts, we do bath bombs that are made with like real honeycombs, and they're all designed to aid the mind, body and spirit. The lingerie is just a nice synergy, like if you wanted to do gift boxes, and they represent like different principles for me. The principles of Diva Choice are to reconnect with self-belief and self-love. And the reconnecting through self, we do it through bath. So it's one of the cheapest and most effective ways to actually relax and take care of yourself. So that's what the bath bombs represent, and the love for self, and the central aspect of it is where the lingerie comes into it. So yeah, that's what we do predominantly.
Lovely. Sounds beautiful. So in terms of Diva Choice, how long have you been running as a business?
Just over a year. I would say a year or 3 months, if that.
Fantastic. Okay, so your journey to Diva Choice, I mean, if we could go back in time a little bit, could you tell me a little bit about the last, say, 10 years to get to Diva Choice and how you embarked on that journey?
Yeah, the last 10 years of my life has been pretty difficult. I had 3 older brothers and they all passed away. Prior to having Diva Choice, I had a couple of other companies. One being a catering company, which I still have, but we specialise in weddings. That's called X Cuisine. And I started a women's clothing shop in Brixton. So we was in Granville Arcade selling women's clothing. But then, as I said, my first brother passed away, and he was actually one of my favourite people on this earth. So I took it really hard. So I didn't have the mental capacity to deal with the business. I shut it down and just basically went back to work. Then my dad died, and then my 2 other brothers died. So it had been a rough journey of a lot of tragedy and a lot of grief. I then enlisted the help of a life coach because I was just basically living in that grief, and it just seemed to be just a cycle of sadness, and just got to a point where I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. So I enlisted a life coach. Her name's Claudia McKenna, really, really good life coach. And she helped me to reconnect with myself again. And she basically helped me to just try and find my inner happiness again, because prior to all of that death, I was extremely happy, go get her and just fly by the seat of my pants. If I wanted to go to Australia, I'd go to Australia. If I wanted to go to Miami, I'd go, and you'd see me partying somewhere or on a table in Aruba somewhere, and that's just how I lived my life. But then going through all of that personal tragedy, it was the dark side to the light that I had previously experienced. And I just wanted to get back to the light side of being happy and enjoying life and getting to know myself again, and just picking myself up through all of the pain and struggle that I'd been through. So then decided to start a company to provide that feel-good factor, not just for myself, but for women everywhere. And that's what Diva Choice represents to me.
Brilliant. So out of all of that adversity, just listening to sort of the journey you've been on, you seem to have created something so positive. Would you say resilience is something that you need to have as a woman in business, or just in general, really?
Yeah, I do think resilience is definitely something that is needed in business and in life. Not everybody has it. Not everybody has a substance that that is required to get through difficult periods. And I thank the Creator for the resilience and the substance that He's given me. I do particularly feel blessed because of the strength that I do have. And there are times like I'd just been made redundant. So I'd started Diva Choice when I had been made redundant for a second time, because the sector that I built my career in, which is basically youth work, David Cameron has absolutely no interest in. So it's redundancy. So I started Diva Choice at a time as well where I had been made redundant, but then fell into another job. I'm tired of being made redundant, so I've decided to operate Diva Choice on a full-time basis. But it is difficult because there isn't any money coming in. Like there's not a guaranteed wage that's coming through my door that ensures that I look after myself and my family.
Manage that? How do you, as Tricia Blake, get up every day knowing that those things aren't secure? Get up every day and still do Diva choice. How do you do that?
Because there isn't, what else can you do? It's either, like today I was having a conversation with my mum because, you know, money is tight at the moment and it is a panic and it is a worry. My mum's like, something will turn up, and she's always like that. My mum's like, can't bother to worry, something will turn up, and that my mum's always been like that. My mum has a lot more faith in me than I do in myself at times, and so then it does inspire me to think, okay, well, you can't sit around moping or worrying about it, because that's not going to produce what it is that you're looking for either. It's going to just produce more of the same, which is worry and more panic. So I look to my team to see what inspiration I can draw from them, because I've got a really good team. I've got a company, another company with a gentleman called Julian, and a gentleman called Julian, a gentleman called Sheldon, and a lady called Natalie, and we've got like a blog which has turned into a filming production company. And I would say Sheldon and Julian have been a main sources of inspiration for me, and basically told me, oh, shut up when you're panicking,
the reality check every
now
and
just
then
stop it, we'll get there. My mum's very much the same, so having that support network has been important for me. But it's also having faith. If you say that you have faith in whatever it is, the creator, God, Jesus, whatever you say it is, then you're supposed to believe that creator or that source is going to provide. So even though it doesn't look like it's going to happen, it always does. So today's not a great day for me financially, but I think tomorrow will be. So
fantastic. And it's about having that sort of long-term goal and those kind of plans that you start in motion and that obviously you have to continue with to see, you know, the fruits of your labour, so to speak.
And having the self-belief that you are going to be able to get that. And as mentioned earlier, Diva Choice is built on one of those principles, because, you know, we sit and we dream and we say that we want to do stuff, but it's actually having the gusto to get up and go and do it. So Diva Choice represents that for me. So today, as I said, might be a difficult day, but I'm so in love with my company that I believe it's gonna. I believe it's gonna provide income, and I just believe that I have to have the resilience until it does.
Fantastic. And there's people out there who will obviously be starting their own businesses. There'll be people who are already business owners. What kind of advice would you have about maybe having a mentor or a life coach? I mean, is there something you'd like to say about that?
I think the strongest of people, because I would describe myself as a pretty strong character, and I still enlisted the help of a life coach, and it helped me. It helps me no end. It helps me to start to look at the things that are important, not get stuck on the negative emotions, because we easily do that. And to look at what's positive in your life. Like, again, if your finances are not the greatest, do you still manage to have a roof over your head? You never go hungry, and it's to like just really build on
what you're already doing, and you do every day without noticing.
And things that we take for granted, because there's a lot of people out there that they don't know where their next meal's coming from, they don't have a roof over their head, they don't have family members. Family members have been killed in front of them, depending on what part of the country they're in, or what part of the world, rather, that they're in. So it's about looking at the privileges that you have in life, not taking them for granted, and building on them. So she taught me to do a lot of that. I also worked with a gentleman called Kevin. He's the manager of an entrepreneurial workshop kind of base that is in Community Links, based in Canning Town. Huge organisation. If you Google them, you'll find them. And he took me on to his entrepreneurship program. I went through a boot camp process, and then got assigned a mentor. And they taught me things like, you know, the importance of keeping your accounts, importance of a business plan, giving me a business plan template to make sure that the foundation of my company is correct. Because I think a lot of us, especially if you're creative, we get up and we've got brilliant ideas and we can go out and form these ideas, but if there's no foundation to the basis of your actual idea, it's going to always fall flat.
And it's not really sustainable in that kind of capacity. You need the foundation to obviously make, you know, it's sustainable and for it to keep going, so that it's not just powered by your enthusiasm.
You've got to have some sort of plan, and I think that's where I'd gone wrong in the past as well. I never had a business plan. I'm going to do this. I'm going to open a shop. Really? My mum said, you're the only person that opens a business with no money. Well, yeah, I want to open a shop, so I'm going to see how I can do it. And I've done it.
Yeah.
But and I think I would have continued to do it if my brothers hadn't died. But at some point, you would have needed to have your business plan and your forecast of your finances down pat, so that you know what you're doing in your business. And my business mentor has helped me to do that.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So going forward, for you as a business owner, would you say that the networks that you've built, the support that you have, is really, the core aspect of, how you've been able to build your business?
Definitely. The networks that I've made, especially like through the 2inspire network, I started doing the 2inspire exhibitions. Hazel gave me an opportunity. I remembered actually saying to her, I don't think I'm going to do your exhibition. She was like, well, why? And I was like, because I don't have the finances that it will take. And she was like, oh, we can work something out, because I don't have an exhibitor that has the stuff that you have. So I'd like to work something out for you. Yeah. She did. I done her first exhibition and we formed a relationship. Through that, I've met different people on her network, such as Ron Haley-Well. She's done some work with me to help raise the profile of Diva Choice. And she's also opened doors to us because, as mentioned, we have a film and production company that's called Dpickt, and we are going to be the official media sponsors for Brides of Culture, which is coming up. So the networking aspect of it has been brilliant. Yeah. And for both companies, they are profiles.
So it's just growing from strength to strength.
Yeah,
and all
through networking
and the inspirational people that you've met along the way. Definitely. Fantastic. Yeah. And if you could just say a little bit about, where you see yourself in the future. I mean, what is the next big thing for Diva Choice?
Near future, we are going to, from the 21st of October, we're going to be opening a pop-up shop in Euston. It's on a road called Charlton Road, which is off the Euston Road, in between King's Cross and Euston Station.
It's a fantastic location.
Yeah, it's brilliant. So I'm going to be doing that with some friends, Jamal and Simone. We're going to be, Natasha, opening up this shop, and Solani, I don't want to forget anybody if I want to mention names. We're going to be opening up this shop, and it's going to be giving entrepreneurs a platform to come and set up shop as well with us. We'll charge you very minimal rent, and you just can come and sell your stuff. We'll do events for you there. That's near future. Near future again, what else am I doing? I'm going to be looking to trade on trendy markets such as Spitzfield and Broadway Market. I have started my agent scheme. I have an agent's catalogue that is going to enable women to start a business within a business, or just earn some extra cash if they don't want to take it that seriously. And that's something that I'm recruiting for at the moment. It's a great time to get on board now. Yeah, great time to get on board now because it's Christmas. Great time to make some extra cash. Definitely. That's near future. And fast forward a couple of years, I hope to have a pampering boutique of some sort. Where we've got all our services and our products under one roof, and in about 5 years or so, I'd like to have a boutique hotel, maybe a Margate or something.
That is amazing.
Something like that. Yeah.
Gosh, so it's a whole brand that is just going to be global, taking over everywhere and be everywhere. Yeah.
That's what I'd like to think. I'm going to be going into dresses, party dresses, in the very near future as well.
Fashion line.
Yes, we're going to have. But I love dresses. 9 times out of 10, if I go out, you'll see me in a dress or a play suit. So I'm going to be bringing out some dresses, some party dresses as well, from sizes 8 to 24.
Wow, so those are incredible sizes and a size range that you can, fit everybody. So I'm between a size 14 and a 16. And I've had people call me fat before, and I'm like, oh, whatever. Because I'm not a size 0, it don't mean I'm fat. I love my figure, I love my curves, I embrace my curves, and I kind of try to encourage everybody to do the same. And if you're not happy with your curves, then we're starting a Diva Choice Fit Club to help you to tone up and to become great idea.
Yeah, to become confident with who you are as a person. A lot of women that say to me, oh, I love your stuff, but I don't feel comfortable wearing it. So we say, come along. I've teamed up with a personal trainer who's going to be running sessions, and he will have nutrition advice and different packages, various packages available for you, so that you can have one-to-ones with him, all under the Diva Choice Fitness banner.
So collaboration is key, definitely in the business.
Definitely, partnership working. I'm not a personal trainer, but I know someone who is. So hey,
fantastic. So we always like to end these interviews with a little bit about the 2inspire network, and the three main missions for the network are to promote, network and inspire. What would you say to our audience about those three areas?
I think promoting a network is paramount to any business. I think the network has definitely helped me to open my doors for both businesses, be it Dpickt and Diva Choice, to work with other people. And because of the 2inspire network, we met with a lady called Ronke Wow, who'd done some work for Diva Choice because we were recently in Westfields, and we've been asked back to Westfields as well.
Fantastic.
So we'll be back in Westfields.
Another great location.
Yeah.
You seem to be
getting into great locations. So
Fantastic.
been asked back to Westfields, so I'll be back in December. Ronke Lowell helped me to do the PR and the media around the Westfield event because we had a show there. And because of Ronke Lowell, she's also opened the doors for Dpickt to become a official media sponsor for the Brides of Culture, which is taking part.
That's amazing.
I think it's taking place
at the end of this month. Yeah, it's actually I think the 28th of September.
This month.
Yeah.
So yeah, great networking opportunities through the network, through the 2inspire network. So I think promotion and networking is key to any business. And inspiration, so I watched Lorna Stewart's interview that Dpickt filmed as well, because we are having sporadic time with cash. It will come in and it'll go straight back out, and it'll come in and it'll go straight back out. Money doesn't seem to be staying with me at the moment, which I'm trying to, make friends with money at the moment so that it will want to stick around. But watching Lorna Stewart's interview has been a source of inspiration and motivation to keep going. So I think what the network is doing is a brilliant thing, and I think that they should continue to do it so that when women like us are having rough days, because you are going to have them in business days, and not going to always be sunny and rosy.
Yeah, of course not.
You have your rough days, but it's just to be inspired through them.
Brilliant. So, and I'd just like to thank you for joining us today.
Thank you
and
for having me.
I look forward to seeing Diva Choice everywhere. So thank you very much, Tricia, for your time.
Yeah.